Hi, I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and we're here at FedTalks with Sydney Heimbrock, Chief Industry Advisor for Government at Qualtrics. Sydney, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
Let me start by asking, how has technology in federal government played a critical role in 2020 in response to the unprecedented pandemic that's rocked the nation?
Yeah, great question. So I think that what 2020 really did is help us experience in real time what we've all seen coming as we've looked at the future of work. Technology is the new ecosystem within which really everybody gets everything done. And of course, technology brings significant benefits to government. It opens up new communication channels, helps listen to citizen needs, institutes faster business processes, which increases efficiency, and helps leaders make decisions based on more comprehensive data. So, for example, we helped Census put in place a household pulse survey that gathered real-time information about how the pandemic is affecting the public. And making this data immediately actionable through dashboard visualization is helping agencies shape policy decisions and prioritize action around pressing public concerns. So for employees, I would say technology has really been pivotal for enabling them to continue their operations. For example, last spring, when employees were shifting to remote work, GSA used listening technology to understand what their employees really needed and to respond in real time to what their employees were saying. So, of course, I've talked about federal technology, and state and local organizations, of course, have been handling the lion's share of the government's pandemic response. And we've been working in real time with local and state governments, as well as school districts across the country, on contact tracing solutions to extend the time and reach of public health departments. So for example, we automated their risk assessments, we automated test scheduling and contact tracing, and that really shows you the power of workflow transformation that Qualtrics has built into our platform so that we can stand up solutions faster than the larger technology providers.
Well, I remember being on the receiving end of one of those Census Pulse surveys, and I was very impressed with how fluidly it worked.
Yeah, we're very excited about it.
Next, let me ask, how can the federal government potentially kind of use the momentum they have here and kind of leapfrog ahead in using modern and emerging technologies like cloud and AI and automation?
So I think as we saw with the pandemic response, applying sentiment analysis to large sets of feedback data is really important for allowing organizations to work with a speed and scale that otherwise just isn't possible. So these tools and capabilities are really necessary as agencies continue to prioritize evidence-based policy decisions. And of course, at the federal level, that's required. That's a statutory requirement under the Evidence Act. And so we're really excited to help agencies follow through with that. And for many agencies, pandemic response has offered some new flexibilities in introducing new technologies for crisis management. Emergency funding and emergency contracting vehicles have really been helpful to accelerate that. And now as we head toward recovery, we just need to remember all the great creativity and innovation that we've been able to accomplish over the past year and apply it forward to redesign all government operations for the future of work.
Well, next, I'd like to ask, how is the federal government working in new and creative ways from your perspective to bring talented technologists and data experts into the workforce?
Yeah, so that's where we are really interested in connecting the employee experience data flows that we have available. So we work with agencies to gather and understand employee lifecycle data So everything from the experience of job candidates to their developmental assessments to exit surveys if they decide to move on. And while they're employed, pulsing employees on how their agencies are meeting or exceeding, or unfortunately, sometimes falling short of employee expectations. And we have a really strong stable of experience management specialists who can help agencies strategize how to address the experiential elements of government service. And it's really that employee experience that makes or breaks getting and, most importantly, keeping top talent in government.
That's a great point. Lastly, what other trends or priorities do you have on your radar as we head into 2021?
So we really hope, expect, and are urging agencies to continue executing on bringing experience data into their decision-making and prioritization processes. And of course, at the federal level, this is a strategic requirement coming out of OMB's customer experience and employee experience strategies. So agencies need to think about which services they're going to continue to optimize for digital, how they might be able to improve their call centers, how they need to continue listening to employees regardless of where those employees are located, and then automating all of this along with other workflows so that agencies can really build this into the way they approach mission accomplishment. So of course, in 2021, public health will continue to be a priority, and we're really looking forward to helping federal leaders harness the power that state and local governments have built into their health technology systems. We see huge potential for integrating all that powerful data across state and local governments and helping federal agencies expand their patient listening and experience principles to civilian and military operations.
Well, Sydney Heimbrock, thank you so much for taking time to join us here at FedTalks and sharing some of your insights with our audience.
It's been really fun. Thanks for the opportunity.
Terrific.